an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Welcome back, everybody. As I was saying, I'm talking to Antonio from Fresno, Savage. You see, behind me is the American flag. The only reason he could do what he does, and the only reason I could do what I do, is because of that freedom. When I look at that flag, especially both of us who's been through a life and death experience, for me, it's very emotional. How beautiful life is if we can only see it clearly. And our children deserve that. Right now with the pandemic, everybody's being locked down. People are going crazy. We don't know what's going on in the home. Some people are mentally distorted, depressed, many suicides now, or attempted suicides, many violence and abuse going on in the home, which most politicians, I'm not saying all of them, are not even aware of it, nor do they care, because it's not happening to them. Many of them can isolate themselves in their mansion, in their home, they have pools, everything. But remember, ordinary, hardworking Americans do not have that luxury. They have to work. They have to put food on the table. They don't want handout. This is how this country was built. We are a very young country compared to other nations in the world. We're only 200 plus years. So instead of always focusing on all the negatives out there, there are a lot of good. But there's a lot of work to be done. But if we keep focusing on the ugliness of this nation, it's because people who have lost hope, they throw their anger, just like Mr. Antonio was talking about, they don't know how to express themselves. They go after other people. So we need to stop that. Our message has to be a message of hope. There's a lot of beauty in this country. This is our only hope. That's why people want to come to America. It's that freedom, that opportunity, that their dream can become a reality. And this is how this nation is built. So let's move on. I'm going to ask Mr. Antonio some more questions, and I'm sure he's ready to share, and he's going to be rapping for us too, with a message for young people out there. So, Antonio.
Yes.
You on the side also work as a maintenance person.
Well, actually, what I do is I run my own interior, exterior painting business,
Okay.
and I also do maintenance also on the side, yes.
And I'm sure you, when you do maintenance, you go to people's home.
I work at an apartment complex, and
Okay,
yes.
can you share a little bit that's something people need to hear, what's going on. It's not even in the news.
Yeah. Well, you know what? And a lot of the stuff that is in the news, it pertains, I feel personally, pertains to a lot of the masses. You know, of course, we're the mass. But what about those small percentages that don't fit into a lot of these statistics and a lot of these things that a lot of people are talking about, you know?
Ordinary daily life.
So what it comes down to is our home, us as individuals processing the information that we're actually going through day to day in our city, in our environments, to put things together and come to a conclusion, because a lot of information that we get, a lot of times it doesn't pertain to us, even if they're, you know,
That means all the information we're getting for ordinary people, it's not always going to help them.
they
It doesn't
pertain
make
to,
sense.
they put everybody in the category, the Hispanic groups, these and those people. And I might not pertain to all the things that are into this Hispanic, considered
Yeah.
group.
We're all individuals.
So as an individual, that's where a lot of stuff comes. So as an individual, all I can speak of is where my feet stand, what I see day to day, and what affects me, because I don't have the luxury to
Right.
really even gather certain information, because we're trying to survive. And with my feet on these streets, I see a lot of stuff, a lot of things. Like you said, I work in an apartment complex. I'm in near people's units all day, working inside and outside, and you hear a lot of verbal abuse with children. You see a lot
Because
of
parents are frustrated and they start.
frustrated, children going to do things that children do, and we can't hold them accountable as an adult. We have to take the time and explain it, and make sure they realize what they're doing before we can hold them accountable and punish them verbally in certain ways. So, there's a lot of things that people want to stand for because the masses bring it to an attention, and they will maybe want that attention to attach themselves to it, what I see a lot. But I think the main important thing is realizing where your feet are at, what you can realistically do, what changes you can really realistically do, small ones. A lot of people, they try to do too many large stuff, and they just get overwhelmed. They give up before they even notice their impact.
So what you're seeing is some of those anger, right, frustration, is a sense of hopelessness for many people. They don't know day to day what's going to happen.
I think if they knew better, they would do better. And I think it's information. And I think a lot of times it's basic, simple information that I've noticed being in all positions of life in my city, is simple, basic information.
Yeah, it's a message of hope. Basically, that's what I'm saying, a message of hope, like yourself. You use your music to bring a message of hope, right?
Yes.
And for yourself, and it resonates to other people.
And that's the only way you can truly make an impact, is by example.
Right, and some people don't even know what talents they have until they try it, because like I said, the way most of the media is putting out there is very negative for our young people. And not every young person has what we call a perfect family. None of us have perfect family, but they don't have the motivation. Some of these young people grow up in an environment where there is no role model.
You know what? And a lot of people, we have no understanding what a lot of kids walk out of their homes dealing with.
I deal with that all the time. I deal with kids.
And even some, yeah, exactly. And you do, and you do it on the level where your impact is needed so bad. You do it on the level where a lot of people ignore, and where it's really changes are deeply made, is where you're working at, for sure. And
we have to come to that level. A lot of time, the mistake that is being made, I think the intention is good, is when we work with different groups of people, especially young people that do not have the opportunity of a good environment or good role models, like the way we are in our nation right now. Father is not in the picture, or mother is not in the picture, or both are not in the picture.
And not only that, the fathers are, fathers and mothers, it's hard. Even the people that are sustaining and trying to keep their family together, the fathers, it's almost impossible.
Right, I said there's so many different, you don't know, because to me, it's sad to see politicians. My focus is this. If you're going to vote this year, right, this is a very important year more than ever. Not because the president said that, but it is. This is a very clear-cut thing. Either you're going to go to what we call everything is negative. We don't need to have children if we don't want to, and let's just abort them up by mistakes. We don't want to take responsibility when we actually get ourselves pregnant, because it's all based on sex, and I'm sure you're aware of that. The media tells you that. It's all based on what's good for us, but what they don't remember is that life is important. So life begins in the womb. For me, that's personal, because I went through abortion, so I know now the difference. So now they're trying to make it okay for late-term abortion just because it's not convenient for us. I think that is very wrong. It's nothing to do with Christianity or not. It's just that Life begins in the womb. Everybody can understand that. Let me tell you why. When somebody murdered a woman who is pregnant, that person is going to suffer and sentenced for 2 homicides.
True.
And they recognize that child as human. But then a woman can make a decision to abort, I could say, to murder your child when it's not convenient. So that's not a fair judgment, is it? That is something you don't need to argue. It's a very clear thing.
And those are things that contradict each other for sure.
Contradiction. It's constantly a contradiction. Why? Because we are at a point of a crossroad in the United States. We built this country together over 200 years ago. Yes, there has to be some changes made. I do believe that. But because this country is built on freedom and the choices that we make, we have very talented people that people are not being exposed to. The media should be actually out on the street looking people like yourself, people, ordinary people doing extraordinary work. Not just focusing on the politics, focusing on this, focusing on everything negative. That's all the kids are doing now with the social media. And that, to me, is dangerous. So that's why I do this show, and hopefully that it resonates to the adults and the politician what they need to be focusing on, like human trafficking, right? They're only looking at, oh my God, most human trafficking victims are all from foster care. Well, you're not looking at the real picture. Those children that are in foster care, they ran away because they don't have a proper home. That's why they took off, and somebody else is taking over. And then the system fails too, like CPS, Child Protective Services, foster care agencies. Nobody is holding anybody accountable.
And I think a lot of that has to do with people holding titles they just really shouldn't have.
Of course, holding the title is job security. They don't get the right kind of people like us, ordinary people. They look at the degree and all this degree and title is great, but if you don't have the heart and you don't have the passion and you do not believe in what you're doing, or you just give up, or you're just there, it's not going to touch the people that really needs help. So anyway, because of time, I'm sort of rushing it. I need you to sing a song for us, rap a song for us. But before you do that, I want you to actually focus on what you're really feeling inside. Like you said, you're not good in just talking about it, but you have to feel it, right? Maybe you can give us a little bit just to tell us what is the message, what is the message, what we talked about, hope, and what you want to tell the young people out there.
Definitely.
You got the whole floor right now.
Yes. Like I would love to say, with everything going on and, with all this ugliness and everything we got going on, for anybody young out there, I think the best thing for you to do is educate yourself, invest in yourself with information. Take the time. If you're going to be on YouTube, if you're going to be on your phone, take a couple seconds and look up something educational for yourself, something beneficial for yourself, something you're personally going through. How do I control my emotions? How to control my anger? How to properly express myself? Look up things. And a lot of times people say this and it sounds dumb. They're like, I want to do nothing like that. That is the key start that you need to do. One, don't try to change yourself too much. One little movement. And throughout the years, you can realize how far you've become, how far you've gone. Everything that you think is holding you back right now, whether it be, what you have, what you don't have, what you can do, what you can't do, those are the things that are building you at the moment, because you're not comfortable, you're growing, you're moving forward on something new. So focus on investing in yourself. Invest in yourself, because if you don't invest in yourself, nobody's going to believe in you if you can't invest in yourself with information, knowledge, anything. Speak to an older person, somebody that is not in a position that is not going anywhere. So that's what I would say. Any advice I would give anybody, because I try to take that myself. And I would like to, I guess I'll do a little verse or something for everybody out there. And also, if anybody wants to follow me, we're also Saturday, September 19th, Journey of the Bullies, Part 2, Lost Lake, from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. There's going to be an event out there. It's going to be security. There's going to be COVID-19 enforcement. Totally. It's all protected.
Say it again. And
it is the Journey of the Bullies. There should be posting the flyer soon. It is Journey of the Bullies 2. It's going to be at Lost Lake, September 19th. It's for a good, beautiful cause. And
What's
it's
the
a good
cause for?
thing. It is for a rare disease that my friend's daughter passed away from, that a lot of people weren't aware of it, and if it could have been aware and more
What time
information
does
was
it
about
start?
there. It starts early, around 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a family event. It's a dog show. It's a bike show. It's a beautiful thing. It's a good family event. If you have any kids or anybody interested in wanting to do music, a meet and greet, tell them to go out there. I'll be out there with my Fresno Savage booth and merchandise. I'm open to speak with anybody. If you have a son that's trying to do music, bring them out there, introduce them to me. We'll put them to where they need to be at, and it's all beautiful, positive thing for families. And like I
Okay,
said,
everybody, if you're hearing that, because I want him to end with a nice rap song. Journey of the Bullies, September 19th, Saturday. Starts at 8 o'clock. It's a family event. There's a lot of activities going on in there. Like Mr. Antonio is saying, get out there. Take your kids. It's a family event. There's a lot of things going on. Okay? All right,
yes.
go ahead.
Okay. Dear Lord, forgive my family for this life of sin, because once again our household revolves around addiction. The feelings of helplessness begin to kick in. Tell me, have you ever felt this helplessness of watching your mother die, your brothers cry, your little sisters growing up too fast, and at the same time trying to stay up on my toes? Man, I feel like a fucking boat in the middle of the ocean. Emotions be grabbing me. My pride slowly stabbing me, killing me softly. And I don't ever think our family tree will ever be the same ever since my mother fled up from the fucking grave. Man.
Wow,
Yep.
powerful.
Just real
Powerful
quick, man. You guys can
message.
check me out on YouTube. You can even Google me at Fresno Savage. Available on all platforms.
Can you say it again? Because sometimes,
Yes. You can feel free to Google me and see every platform I'll be on, Fresno Savage, and just support, because the only way, I keep moving and doing what I do is based upon the support of my local people. So support me, and I will continue doing what I do for you.
And in case you need to get a hold of Antonio yourself, you can also contact me. My information is down there. Okay, you can contact me through my business also, Comprehensive Behavioral Services. My number is down there on my email. And also, I want to thank Mike Briggs with the Mike Briggs Real Estate for allowing us to have this show. It is so important that we have more shows like this. And I'm inviting all of you. If you have something that you want to share, this is a live show, come to my show. Contact Mike or contact me, and I'll put you on the show. Okay, if you have ideas or you've been trying to promote your passion, please contact me. And have a blessed day. God bless America. Thank you.
With Organic Pastures Raw Milk, you're getting a product that has been meticulously managed from grass to glass. From our pastures to our dairy, creamery, and distribution, we work hard to produce a product that is safe and clean for you.
Got lactose intolerance or dairy allergies? Discover delicious raw milk and discover dairy the way it's supposed to be. We provide tours and would love to see you. Come visit the cows, watch the milking, the cheese being made, and learn all about raw milk. We're just 20 miles south and west of Fresno, California. Call to schedule a tour at 559-846-9732.
Carroll Co., the Valley's leader for no-cost energy upgrades. Now installing AC motors, Nest thermostats, insulation, and more. COVID-19 safe. Call Carroll Co. at 559-396-3939 and visit carrollco.net.
Leemore Movers has been moving families and communities for over 40 years, providing outstanding civilian and DoD relocations. Our specialty is providing packing, moving, and storage services for NAS Leemore military members and their families. Call 888-776-3314 and visit leemoremovers.com.
Weedman Lawn Care of Fresno, California is a locally owned and operated lawn care company providing environmentally responsible fertilization, weed control, and integrated pest management services. Call Weedman Fresno at 559-266-1624 or visit them at fresno.weedmanusa.com.